The last bench. In a dusty village tucked away between two crumbling mountains lived a boy named Ravi. He was the youngest of 4 children, born to a farmer and a homemaker. Their lives were simple: harvest the field, pray to the gods, and count blessings that rarely came in twos. But Ravi was different from his siblings. While they helped their father in the field, Ravi spent hours staring at the sky, his eyes chasing the lines of clouds like they held secrets to some distant world. He was called the daydreamer, but not kindly. Teachers sighed. He's a nice boy, but lazy. His classmates didn't even bother teasing him. He was the kid who always sat on the last bench, invisible to most. A spark in the dust. One afternoon, while walking back from school, Ravi saw something shiny sticking out of the roadside mud. Curious, he dug it out. It was a half-broken calculator. Not much to look at, just plastic buttons, a small screen, and rusting metal. But something about it intrigued it. That night, he took apart the calculator, fascinated by the wires and circuits inside. With no guide, no internet, and no formal knowledge, he sat beside a dim lantern, exploring what made it tick. That's how it started. Every broken item in the house, from clocks to radios, soon became Ravi's personal playground. He didn't always fix them, but he learned, quietly, persistently. The exam that changed everything. Ravi wasn't good at academics. He failed math in grade 8. He once got 4 out of 100 in science. The teachers didn't expect much from him. But in grade 10, a new science teacher arrived, Mr. Deshmukh. He was stern, demanding, and unlike any teacher Ravi had seen. He believed every student had a spark. When he asked the class who knew how a transistor worked, only one hand went up: Ravi's. Mr. Deshmukh raised an eyebrow. "Explain." Ravi fumbled. It amplifies a signal. It has 3 parts: collector, base, and emitter. Silence. Then a slow clap. From that day, Mr. Deshmukh started giving Ravi extra books, old, dog-eared engineering manuals. He would ask Ravi questions in class others didn't understand. Explain Ohm's law. What happens when a capacitor is shorted? Ravi still sat on the last bench, but now it was different. He chose it. It became his space, his sanctuary. Dreams bigger than the village. When board exam results came, Ravi passed, barely, but he had a dream now. He wanted to become an engineer. The problem? His family couldn't afford it. His father said, "We can't even buy seeds for next season. How will we send you to college?" But Ravi had changed. He wasn't the daydreamer anymore. He borrowed books. He walked 8 kilometers daily to the town library. He studied under street lamps when there was no power. He applied for every scholarship he could find, even forged a resume once, something he later admitted and regretted deeply. It wasn't right, but it showed how desperately he wanted a chance. Eventually, he got a spot in a government engineering college. Not the best, but it was real, tangible. His family sold a goat to pay his hostel fees. When his train left the village station, Ravi cried, not out of sadness, but because, for the first time, he felt like he was becoming something. Failure, again college, wasn't the fairy tale Ravi imagined. The others spoke fluent English, had laptops, and wore branded shoes. Ravi still used a borrowed calculator and wrote notes on recycled paper. He failed his first semester, and the second. He considered quitting. The temptation to go back, to settle into obscurity, was strong. But he remembered the last bench, the broken calculator, Mr. Deshmukh, and he pressed on. He made a rule: learn one new thing every day. If he couldn't understand an algorithm, he'd watch free tutorials late into the night. If he couldn't afford a textbook, he'd borrow it and copy every word by hand. He paused, then smiled. And if any of you are sitting on that last bench right now, thinking you're invisible, know this: you are not. You're just getting started. Moral of the story: success doesn't always start in the front row. Often, it's born in the shadows, on last benches, in broken homes, and behind tired eyes. What defines us isn't how we begin, but how we choose to rise again and again. Because sometimes the greatest dreams come from the most unexpected places.